I am Angelica Giao.
And I am Rica and Martos, and today we are going to report the chapter 5, which is the pollution and its factors. So, what is pollution? According to National Academy of Science, pollution may be defined as undesirable changes in the physical, chemical, and biological characteristic of air, water, and land that may be harmful to human life and other animals' living condition, industrial processes, and cultural assets. So, why we are discussing pollution? Because it's important to be aware of condition of the environment that we heavily rely on moving on what considered pollutant. These are the product of human action. Number 1 would be deposit matter such as smoke, domestic waste, gases such as carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, and sulfur dioxide. For metals such as mercury, lead, and zinc. Industrial pollutants are among the harmful chemicals that in release number of factories and industries. Agricultural pollutants among pesticides and insecticide, even fertilizer. Monophotochemical pollutants are in photochemical smog produced by pollutants from the combustion of fossil fuel reacts with sunlight. The energy in the sunlight converts the pollutants into other toxic chemicals. Radioactive pollutants caused by nuclear testing. So, we have two clarification of pollutants. The non-degradable pollutants refers to those are not easily decomposed or take longer to decompose. They cannot be easily broken down into less harmful chemical, and in biodegradable naman ay ang nade-decompose through natural biological processes, pero hindi dahil madali itong ma-decompose ay i-unuse or i-overuse natin ito. Harmful ang biodegradable pollutants accumulate into large quantities, kasi kung iisipin mo, ang pace ng pagde-decompose nito ay matatalo ng pace ng pag-accumulate. So, we have two types of pollutants. The primary pollutants are those directly emit from identifiable sources like vehicles, factories, industries, domestic, for natural like volcanoes and wildfires. So, the secondary pollutants, ito naman yung combination ng primary pollutants sa ating atmosphere that lead us to air pollution. Air pollution consists of toxic chemical and other harmful particles that have an adverse effect on our health and ecosystem. But what causes air pollution? A tiny percentage of air pollution comes from natural resources like volcanoes, dust storm, and wildfires. And itong mga air pollutants na ito, wala tayong control over. It's alpina responsible for most of the world's air pollution, which is human activities, ang pag-burn ng fossil fuels like coal and crude oil. Nagre-release ito ng carbon dioxide sa pagdadrive at pagsakay ng mga cars and almost any kind of combustion of engine vehicles. Nagre-release ito ng napaka-toxic na carbon monoxide, and factories na gumagawa ng mga damit or gamit and other necessities natin. Agricultural activities na nagpo-pollute ang air dahil sa pesticide, insecticide, and mga explosive. Mga nuclear weapon na ginagamit sa war, nagre-release ng non-radioactive and substance. So, from paninigarilyo sa transportation up to nuclear conclusion, all of these are tarnishes the air we breathe and causes severe health and environmental problem. Isa sa mga effect nito ay ang climate change. When carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the air, ang mga gases na ito ay matatrap ang heat coming from the sun in the Earth atmosphere, resulting in a rise in global temperature or in global warming. This rise at temperature set a chain of events and intensifies air pollution by increasing the level of smog in the environment. Smog is a type of air pollutant that reduces visible and makes the air hard to breathe. This is common in industrial area and remain a familiar sight in cities like in Manila. So, this picture was taken in Metro Manila before ang community quarantine. Now, this is the same spot of the first picture was taken. Ito ang Sierra Madre Mountain Range of Manila. Nag-trend ito online noong nag-start ang quarantine. Bakit? Dahil usually hindi visible ito from the city. Dahil nga sa amount of air pollution. Pero dahil nga nag-quarantine, tumigil ang transportation, ang mga business, walang pasok ang mga factories, di ba? Ganon kalala ang air pollution sa Manila. Furthermore, dahil nga nagra-rise ang temperature ng Earth, natutunaw ang ating ice cap, nagme-melt ito at nagkakos ang rising of sea levels and coastal flooding. Moreover, apart from breathing issue, air pollution can also cause diseases such as lung cancer, respiratory infection, heart disease, asthma, birth defect, and eye irritation. According to the World Health Organization, nearly 2.4 million people die each year from air pollution. If harmful ang air pollution sa human, ang harmful gases rain ang nakakapagpa-damage from plant and crops. It causes sleep damage, slowly growth damage, and inability to photosynthesis. Because as you can see, sa picture na ito, sa plus nagsisettle ang dust ng air na nagbablock ang surface nito. Syempre, pag na-block ang surface dahil sa hindi makakakuha ng enough na sunlight ang mga plants. So, the crucial question is, how can you help to reduce the increase of pollution? Well, we can do by the spreading awareness about the consequence of human activities that causes air pollution. We must urge people to reduce usage of pollutants. As much as possible, iwasan ang pagsakay sa mga private car and instead sumakay na lang sa mga public transportation. Ilesen ang pag-consume ng mga gamit na produce ng factories. Make use of your energy efficiently. It is our duty and responsibility to take matters in our hand to save the planet and the future generation. So, next is water pollution. Water pollution occurs when harmful and toxic waste, chemical or other particles enter water bodies such as river, lake, seas, and ocean. It gets dissolved in them, get suspended in the water, resulting in the degradation of the quality of the water. Not only does in the harm of aquatic ecosystem, but pollutants also reach the groundwater, which might end up in our houses as contaminated water we use in our daily activities, including drinking. Water pollution. Water pollution can occur due to natural activities such as volcanic eruption, animals' waste, and residue from storm and floods. It also happened due to human activities like everyday domestic sewage and garbage from cities that are dumped into ocean. Other factors are soil spill, dynamite fishing, industrial waterways, thermal pollution na nag-alter ng water temperature, mga pathogenic organism, mineral oils, underground and marine water pollution. In many poor nations, Like sa atin, sa Islam area natin, marami ang mga nagkakasakit or namamatay dahil sa paggamit or pag-consume ng contaminated water sa pagiging exposed sa waterborne disease. Dahil sa limited ang water treatment facilities, and according to the Bergen Project, out of more than 100 million Filipinos, 9 million really on unsafe water supply. In fact, water pollution in the Philippines and the lack of proper sewage kills 55 people every day, and another major problem is caused by water pollution. It kills the marine ecosystem, mga patay na isda, turtles, whales, and many other animals often wind up on the beaches killed by pollutants in the habitat, and all of these factors eventually damage the ecosystem, threatening life on Earth. So, the life-saving question is, what you can do to help our ecosystem and prevent water pollution? The first thing we can do every bit to make sure that we are not wasting it recklessly, we can start sa mas mabilis na pagligo, pagsasarado ng gripo pag hindi kailangan, and the most importantly, pagtatapon ng basura sa tamang lalagyan. Mag-reduce ng paggamit ng mga nagre-resulta ng mga waste, lalo na ng mga biodegradable waste and spread awareness about the causes and effect of pollution. So remember, they can say if there is magic on this earth, it's contained in water. Water is the driving force of all nature. It is one of the basic elements needed to sustain life on earth. We can survive up to several weeks without food, for only a few days without water.
Soil pollution. Soil pollution is defined as the presence of toxic chemicals, pollutants, or in soil in height to pose a risk to health and or the ecosystem. Sources of soil pollution, these are: first, chemical present in industrial waste, pesticides and insecticides that are sprayed on crops, fertilizers and manures that are added to the soil to increase the crop yield. Types of soil pollution: positive soil pollution and negative soil pollution. Control of soil pollution. Various measures to control soil pollution are: number 1, transfer station of bush shifting of refuse should be constructed in sites and big towns. 2, pneumatic pipes should be laid for collecting and disposing waste. 3, materials like paper, glass, and plastic can be recycled. 4, metals should be recovered from scrap and disposed materials. 5, use of chemical fertilizers should be reduced by the use of biofertilizers and manures. 6, use of pesticides can be reduced by adopting biological controls of pests. 7, use of cattle dung and agricultural waste in biogas plants should be encouraged. 8, deforestation can check soil erosion to a great extent. Soil erosion in Philippines analysis made by the DENR, or Department of Environmental and Natural Resources, on the state of the Philippine environment showed that overall 75% of total croplands is vulnerable to erosion of various degrees. Noise pollution. Noise pollution can be defined as unwanted or unpleasant sound. So noise pollution is unwanted sound that into the atmosphere without regard to the adverse effects it may have. Effects of noise pollution. First is constant noise affects a man physically and mentally. Second, high-intensity sound emitted by industrial plants, battling machines, supersonic aircrafts, when continued for a long period of time, not only disturbs but also permanently damages hearing. Third, offices, Industries and crowded places where constant noise prevails can produce temper tantrums, headaches, and fatigue and nausea. Fourth, loud and sudden noise effects on non-living materials.